Drive Radio fans, Richard Rush here today with my dad, John Rush, behind the camera. This is a review of the 2016 Scion TC, and for those of you that are watching, I believe this is kind of going to be the last, actually, Scion TC model that's for Scion. For those of you that aren't familiar, Scion and Toyota are merging, or not merging, they're the same company. Scion was supposed to be the sporty, more risque brand of Toyota, and they've actually really done their good job. The average buyer for a Scion is actually in their mid to late 20s, which is absolutely fantastic, and even in some cases, depending on the model, early 20s, which is really great. Actually just had a friend buy this exact car, nearly a little bit different of a color, has an automatic transmission, which we'll get into. But again, some of your favorite Scion products will be merging into a Toyota product. It'll just be a Toyota branded one, and that's all this pretty much is. It's a different branded Toyota. It'll go the same distance, has most of the same components, just a little bit different badging. Again, it's supposed to be a little bit more active, sporty of a brand. But with that, we'll actually let's jump right into the review, talk about this car. What's new for 2016? They've added a few different styling features, minor upgrades. They've added a rear windshield wiper, which we'll get to here in just a second. They've actually taken away the camera, or there's not taken away, but there's no rear view camera. Something to note, and something that's going to be actually becoming common because it has to by law here in the United States. So as you can see, some nice styling. Really do like this blue color. In our opinion, it's a very pretty color. One thing for 2016, and I'll actually just show you because I believe I've got the fob in my pocket. You can lock or keyless, or I should say key. You don't have to actually pull the fob out of your pocket in order to enter and exit to enter the vehicle. You can lock it just with having the fob in your pocket. So as we come around, one thing I am going to point out real quick on this 2016 TC, love the tail lights. This is a Scion staple. These round, it's got 6, I guess, LED looking at tail lights. Definitely gives this car a separation from its competition in that it really gives it a nice, cool looking feature, in my opinion. Again, I'm actually the market for a car like this. I'm in my early 20s. My wife and I definitely can think of a car like this, especially for the price point. Some of you are going to say, well, what is the price point of a Scion TC, to be more specific? You're going to be at that late teens, or I should say high teens, the 18, 19. This car, as it sits, $20,000 or $20,180 to be more precise. Has a few creature comforts on the inside, not a whole lot of options. In fact, there's actually not a whole lot of dealer, I should not say dealer, factory options on this vehicle. Most options for this vehicle are going to be dealer installed. There's some TRD things that you can actually get and kind of tune, but most of this vehicle actually is coming kind of, what you get on the inside is what you're going to get. You pick that when you buy the car. And it's actually a very nice feature. One feature, as I mentioned before, or I guess option I should say, is the automatic transmission versus the 6-speed manual, which is what's in this vehicle. So with that, actually, you know what? Let's jump right in. If that's okay with you, Dad, let's just kind of roll right into it. So I've got the key fob in my pocket. You'll notice I don't have to do anything. It knows it's there. You can hear it beep, and it opens it up right away. Opens this whole back hatch. A very spacious back seat, or I should say trunk area. Really works well. This is not a 4-door, it's just a coupe, so you don't have to worry about, I guess, kind of that 4-door. These seats will fold down. You can see that right here if you do. And actually, I'll show you, because to get in the back seat's nearly impossible for this. Just fold the back seats like that. Does not fold completely flat, but it does give you a nearly flat surface if you did fold both of those seats down, both of the second row seats down. 60/40 folding seat. Really nice storage compartment right here where you can add some med kits, whatever. You can even see they've taken advantage of these plastic inserts around the spare tire. So a nice feature, in our opinion. Scion Toyota, you did a great job at that. The little light that you can turn on right there. I do like this nice wide opening. You can get groceries in here fairly easily. My wife and I actually just got back from the grocery store just a little bit ago, and that was one of the things that she actually commented on. She was like, wow, there's actually a lot of room for groceries. It was our grocery run for the week. No issues. We didn't have to put the second seat down. So that's really a great, nice feature. And so with that, We're not really going to show you the back seat, partially because I can hardly get into it. We'll show you how it works, how it slides, how the seat slides to where someone could access it. So you could put probably some small kids back there very easily. But any larger adults, you're going to struggle in order to do that. So we'll kind of hop to the front seat and show you that portion. All right, folks, we're going to kind of throw this right into the review. Here's how you do get into the back seat if you want. There's a nice little latch, or I should say lever here. You just reach, pull up, slides it forward, and then you just keep pulling, slides this all the way forward. A relatively spacious opening for those of you that are, for someone who is going to get into the back seat. Something to note though, when you do go back to push it back, it does slide back, which is a really, really nice feature. You don't have to reach down here all the whole time and do that, but you do have to and can adjust the back with this little lever right there. So with that, I'll actually meet you around on the front side. We'll go through some of the interior features. All right, fans, here's the interior portion of the 2016 Scion TC. Real quick, going to show you the door apportionments. You'll notice not a whole lot of soft touch materials. You got a little cloth feature over there. Not really any leather or anything like that, even leather-like materials. You do have the 3 speakers on that side, which give this car a very nice sounding sound system, I should say. Nice 2-tone seats right here. Very nice sporty look to that, in my opinion, in our opinion. Overall, relatively spacious cabin. 2 nice sized cup holders where you can put, whether it's your phone, just like this, or it will actually fit one phone kind of nearly. It encroaches on the center a little bit. Or you have some more storage over here where you have a power port right here, as well as a USB and auxiliary. We'll show you a little bit more of that during the driving portion. Standard, new, again, new for 2016, standard 7-inch touchscreen, which we'll show you more in the driving portion. But that's really it for the most part. Let's take a quick drive, and during that, we'll give you our opinion of the 2016 Scion TC. All right, fans, here we are for the driving portion, 2016 Scion TC. We're actually kind of get up here. One thing I will note about this vehicle, and some of you I'm sure will comment, there's a little bit more road noise than what some of you might be used to, and actually I'll kind of show you here in just a second. It's definitely a little bit noisier than, again, some of its competitors, but keep in mind the price point. This is right at $20,000, just a hair over. We're gonna go left over here and we'll kind of take a little stop and go over our opinion. This 6-speed manual transmission works fantastic. Ample acceleration, really a fun car to drive. The clutch is very easy to operate, very easy to use and to talk to. And actually my wife commented on it about how it seemed like this was a relatively easy clutch to maneuver and to operate, and this vehicle and this car in general was overall a relatively simple and smooth operating car. Again, a great, in our opinion, a great first car for that matter. We'll actually kind of come around here and talk. One thing I do want to mention, the touchscreen. One thing, Scion, Toyota, if you do continue on with this TC model, there's no tune knob. There's only a tune button up here, and it makes things a little bit difficult and hectic, especially if you're driving, to actually tune the radio. You can go over here and go to a station list, and it'll kind of give you a genre and that sort of a thing, but I would like to see a tune knob. I know they're kind of trying to go a little bit more edgy and a little bit more tech savvy with some of these components, Scion is, but just would like to see it. Again, it's just something that's an opinion of ours. So we'll actually get up here and kind of show you a little bit more of the interior and then give you our opinion real quick. So we'll make sure the emergency brake's on so we don't roll anywhere. Steering wheel, you have volume controls over here. This is kind of your channel select. You can change your mode. No automatic lights, but you do have that the option over here. Here's your high beams, so just flip on if you want your lights on. Really nice gauge cluster in our opinion. Very nice, very edgy, that kind of that red tinted hue to it. Your cruise controls you'll find on most Scions, Toyotas, actually all of them, Lexus, down right here on this side. No dual climate control, just a single, but for a cabin of this size, you don't really need that extra little bit. Just something to note. Will note, really cool features, and kind of the last thing before our opinion. Sunroofs. This is kind of like a vinyl, like, plasticky type of a sunroof, and it doesn't slide like normal. You'll notice you actually push up, there's a little arrow, you push up, let it go back, and you have a sunroof. Oh, and not to mention for the back seat passengers, you do the same. The back seat does not open. This does open up here, the sunroof. Actually, can kind of show you that real quick. Push that, It does open right there, which is a nice feature. We'll close it in terms of lighting. And in order to close it, all you do, pull it forward, and you can hear that click. That means it's closed. I don't know, in our opinion, kind of a cool feature, something subtle that they've added again for a price of a car of about $20,000 or so. You'll notice the vents up here, this almost carbon fiber look-alike, sort of a plasticky finish, and just some nice subtle features. Again, not a whole lot of soft touch leather materials, but again, keep in mind what the price of this car is. So with that, what's our opinion? We think it's a great value. It's a great buy, fun little car to drive, like the looks of this vehicle. Who is this car for? First time home buyer, but first time car buyer potentially. Actually just had a friend, she made her first purchase, first new car purchase, and this was the car that she bought. She bought this car over, for example, a Scion FRS because she liked this car here in Colorado for the snow. It's going to work a little bit better, just the clearance and some of those different things. She liked all the different features. Have gotten several comments, and we mentioned at the start of the review, it is a Toyota based product. It's going to run a long time with minimal maintenance. That's part of the benefits of this car. What are the cons? And I guess you could say some of the lack of interior refinements, but again, keep in mind, no rear view camera. I don't want to say standard, but no rear view camera. But again, for a car this small, this tiny, and at this price point, not sure that that's a huge thing in our opinion. So if you want to learn more about this vehicle, head to your local Scion dealer, tell them that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you.